Hi guys, you guys are welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, hi, my name is Josephine, and God, I feel like 2026 is the year for me to finally start. And don't get me wrong, I've started like hundred and thousands of times, and I'm always deleting. But this time around, I promised myself that even if it's for a month, I am not going to delete any content that I post on this my channel. So you guys are welcome. Hi, my name is Josephine, but you can call me Jay, and you guys are welcome to with Conversations with Jay. Today I'm talking about something that is very important, which is being a left-handed person in Nigeria. Okay, you guys do not know, but I am a left-handed person. I have always been a left-handed person. And let me tell you something. It is not easy being a left-handed person. I feel like the world is not like designed for left-handed people, and I do not know why. Every time we talk about inclusivity, we always talk about people that are disabled, we talk about people on wheelchairs, we talk about people that are autistic, we talk about a lot of people when it comes to inclusivity, but then we do not talk about people that are left-handed. And now I am going to talk about it because it affects me. I am a left-handed person. So I grew up in a culture, or I am still in a culture where everybody likes right-handed people. Like, you can't give people that order something with your left hand, they won't collect it. They find it disrespectful when you do something with your left hand. In situations where you're cooking and you're cooking with your left hand, people find it disrespectful. If you're sweeping, you sweep with your left hand, they find it disrespectful. Sometimes even when you're eating and then you're eating with a group of people and then you use your left hand, the person automatically just gets offended or just feels disrespected because you're using your left hand. So, like, although it is just a hand in some places, I feel like in the continent of Africa or in Nigeria, being a left-handed person is such a big deal. And sometimes it just leaves me to wonder. Like, when I was doing my NYSC, okay, so for people that do not know what NYSC is, this mandatory thing where you have to go and serve your country after you're done in university. So when I was doing my NYSC, I went for my registration, and then I forgot that I didn't forget I was a left-handed person. I just forgot to give the person my documents with my right hand. And then the person kept me on the line for a good 1 hour. I could remember because I was so tired and I kept on checking the time on my phone, and he left me for legit 1 hour. He did not answer to me. And anytime I would go back, he's like, no, you're not doing the right thing. And then I just kept on checking my documents. And I was like, okay, so is it that my documents are not complete? Why is this person not answering me? And there's a girl had to tell me that, oh, it's because you're giving him with your left hand. And I was like, what? So he left me in the queue for an hour just because I was giving him something with my left hand. This is to show you how bad. And then is this thing where they say, okay, it is a bad omen to give somebody with your left hand, and somebody says, oh, it's because you use your left hand to wash your butt and that's why. And then it's just a whole lot. And I'm like, so why am I being discriminated against because I am a left-handed person? It doesn't just even make sense to me. Anyways, also I remember when I was much younger, my teacher was always telling me, oh, use my right hand, use your right hand, because she teaches you how to write like your ABCs. So she's always switching the pen from my left hand to my right hand. And at a particular point, I even became ambidextrous. I started using my two hands because I was so confused on what hand to use. But luckily for me, I'm just so grateful that my mother is this kind of person that she's so open and she's so free to like learning and new innovations. She didn't Anytime I go home, my house was like a safe space for me, because like anytime I would use my left hand, my mother didn't go out of her way to stop me. She didn't even try to say, oh, you're using the wrong hand, change it. Nowadays I see a lot of people do this, and sometimes, and there are some children that are right-handed, and then they give you something with the left hand, and then I see the parents trying to stop them, and I'm just wondering, is it not just the hand? Like, why is there so much discrimination or so much conversation of disapproval when it comes to like giving somebody something with your left hand as a sign of respect or as a sign of disrespect? A lot of times when I have this conversation with older people, they always tell me that, oh, that is how culture is, that is our culture, we don't give people the things with their left hand. And I'm always wondering, who made this culture? Like, why is this culture even a thing in the first place? And it's just a lot. Like, sometimes I feel like we have a lot of unlearning to do, because at the end of the day, if I give you something with my left hand, is that going to stop you from progressing? No. Is that going to stop you from existing? No. So why exactly are we trying to stop people from giving something with their left hands, even if they're right-handed or left-handed? It doesn't just make sense to me. A lot of times we have conversations about inclusivity. We have conversations where we say, okay, this person is disabled, let's try to include them in the society. This person is inclusive. But then my own thought process is, if you can't even accept somebody that is a left-handed person, and then most of the time you go out of your way to change the person from being a right-handed person to a left-handed person, like how exactly are you now going to be inclusive to somebody that has ADHD, or somebody that has like an impediment like blindness or something, if you can't even accept and fully understand that okay, these are left-handed people, and then they can't just help themselves to, if their left hand is their dominant hand. It's just like such a crazy thing. And honestly, that is what today's conversation is about. So if you're a left-handed person, tell me your experience in the comment sections, because as a left-handed person, I've had the most craziest experience, and I'm sure I'm not the only person that has had this kind of experience. I'm sure you guys have also had this kind of experience. So if you're a left-handed person, tell me in the comments, like, what are the crazy things that you've heard that left-handed people cannot do, or what are the crazy things you've heard that they say, oh, because you're using your left hand you can't do this, or because you're using your left hand you can't do that. Anyways, thank you so much for listening to this conversation. Again, if you're new here, or if you're here till this time, please don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like, and leave a comment telling me if you're a left-handed person or if you're a right-handed person, and what are the crazy experiences you've had. Or maybe you're a right-handed person and you've mistakenly given somebody something with your left hand. Tell me the craziest experiences you've had. And anyways, thank you guys for watching. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe, and see you on the next episode of Conversations with Jay.